I'm Kevin Nelson. Here's a look at what's going on this week in the news. We begin with news from the Vatican. Only a couple of days into the new year, and it's already shaping up to be a busy one for the Pope. First off, he already has at least 5 international trips in store. In January, he'll head out to Sri Lanka and to the Philippines. Then in September, he will go to the U.S. to lead the World Meeting of Families in the city of Philadelphia. Additional stops in Washington, D.C. and New York are also a possibility, perhaps Boston. He has also talked about the possibility of visiting Africa, 3 Latin American countries, and France. Also on tap for the Pope this year is the second phase of the Synod on the Family at the Vatican in October. The Vatican is also promoting the Year of Consecrated Life, and the Pope is planning on releasing his second encyclical on ecology. And the Pope will also be creating new cardinals this year. And those are just a few of the things that are planned, and I'm sure there'll be many more things that will be coming up throughout the course of the year. Well, as we begin our new year, it's always nice to take a look back on the year that was, and here are some of the pictures and images that were part of our lives in 2014. A quick look at the past year. Looking now at news from around the country. With the month of January comes the annual March for Life in Washington. This year will be the 42nd rally on the National Mall and march to Capitol Hill. The march marks the anniversary of the Supreme Court's 1973 ruling in the case of Roe v. Wade that invalidated state and federal restrictions on abortions, legalizing abortion virtually on demand. The march draws people of all ages and diverse backgrounds, including many pro-life groups. Many college and high school pro-life groups participate in the march as well. Katie Daniels, a sophomore at Boston College and president of the school's pro-life club, called the march the highlight of our year and a great way to be a witness to life outside of campus on a national scale. The club is expecting to send about 30 students to the march. Harvard University will also be sending 20 students to the rally. Jim McGlone, a senior at Harvard who has attended 6 times, said young people are a significant part of the movement. He called the pro-life movement alive and vibrant and young and joyous, and he said it's a force in our society that can make a really positive change. The Archdiocese of Boston will once again send a large group of young people down to the march. Cardinal O'Malley will once again be saying Mass for the participants before they head out to the march. And finally in the news, Maryland's outgoing Governor Martin O'Malley has announced that he will be commuting the death sentences of the last 4 inmates on the state's death row to life imprisonment without possibility of parole. Maryland's General Assembly repealed capital punishment in 2013, but it did not affect the sentences of what at the time were 5 inmates on death row. One has since passed away in jail of natural causes. The Maryland Catholic Conference, which has long advocated for the end of capital punishment, applauded the move. O'Malley, who is Catholic and whose term ends January 21st, said in a statement the recent appeals and an opinion by the outgoing Maryland Attorney General have called into question the legality of carrying out those earlier death sentences. The state's last execution was in 2005. Well, that is all the information we have for you this time. I'm Kevin Nelson. Don't forget, you can keep up to date on Catholic news throughout the week with Catholic Newsbreak right here on the Catholic TV Network.